Hello, I'm going to be demonstrating the Secure Shared Store project. Start by starting up the server. Once we start up the server, we are going to log in as user 1 with user 1's key. Successful login. After successful login, if you look over here, the log starts, and we're going to go over and do the same thing, except we're going to log in as user 2 using user 2's key. Excuse me. Okay, here we're going to log in as user 3. We're first going to try with user 1's key. We're going to get denied. So we're going to use user 3's key because user 3 needs to log in with user 3's key. Oops. User 3 with user 3's key. That is successful. Now user 1 over here is going to check in a file. It's going to check in file 1. We're going to use the confidentiality flag. Now when we use the confidentiality flag, it's going to encrypt it on the server end. So file1.txt is encrypted. If you look at the metadata right here, the owner is user 1, flag is set to 1, along with the key. I also keep the key in a file right here. It's all encrypted by, the key itself is encrypted by the server's key. Now, that's what happens when we do it with the confidentiality flag. Now, if we do the same thing, except from user 2, and we do file 2 instead, we check it in, we're going to use the integrity flag this time around. We use the integrity. Now, when the integrity flag is used, you'll notice here on the server that file 2 is in plain text. There's a JSON with the 2 for the security flag, and user 2 is the owner. If we go to here, the file2.txt.sig, that's what I did for a signed version of the file for checking integrity. Now we go over here, and we're going to be on user 1. User 1 is going to try to check out user 2's file, which is file 2. User 2 fails, access denied. And user 2 is going to do the same thing. User 2 is going to try to check out user 1's file. Access was denied. User 1 is going to grant user 2 access to his file, user 2, to check out only. We're going to give it for 30 seconds. Let's do 20. Now user 2 can check out file1.txt. File is now checked out. So if we go to client 2, which is where user 2 is logged into, we go to the documents folder, we go to checkout. There is file 1 stored in plain text and checked out by user 2. Now, I'm going to delete this file in the checkout folder because we're going to try to check it out again. So I'm going to go 2 to check out. And we're going to get denied. Right here it says denied, and notice the file did not appear. So, however, we're going to, again, grant that access to use for file1.txt to user 2. Again, to check out for 30 seconds. But this time, since it was granted, but user 3 is going to try to check it out. And user 3 is going to be denied because user 3 does not have the access. It was given to user 1. Now, if you look over here at the metadata for file 1, you can see, so the target UID to grant access is user 2. That's when it expires. That's UTC time. And the type of access is 2. which is checkout only. So that's where that's stored. Now, user 2 is going to grant user 1 access to file 2. And we're going to grant it to user 1 to check out for 10 seconds. So we got to be quick. We're going to check out file2.txt. We checked out file 2 within those 10 seconds. And if you go to client 1 under documents here, checked out files, there it is right there, file2.txt. And if you go to the metadata for file 2, you'll see user 2 is still the owner. However, user 1 has access, which expires at that time, and it's checkout access only. So, well, we can try to check out that file again. I mean, we have a saved copy, but our access time has expired. Those 10 seconds are up. Awesome. So we're going to go to user 1 right here, and we're going to test delete. User 1 is going to try to delete a file it owns, which is file 1, file1.txt. It is deleted successfully. You'll notice file 1 disappeared from the server over here. It's gone along with all of its metadata. Now it's going to try to delete user 2's file. So we're going to delete user 2's file, and we can't because we're not user 2. However, user 2 can delete user 2's file. So user 2 is going to delete user file2.txt, and that's going to be successful. It's gone. There's no more files on the server. We just deleted them all. Now we are going to log out. Going to log out. Going to log out.